Welcome back to another episode of Leveled Loot. I'm one of your hosts, Krosh and Miles, and we are here today at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience in LA. We just got out, and we've been sharing our thoughts on YouTube all week long about the overall experience, each of the games. And today's game that we'd like to spotlight is Donkey Kong Bananza. Miles, what do you think about Donkey Kong Bananza? High-level thoughts.
I think it's great. The redesign of Donkey Kong himself is cool. I think that's something Nintendo should be doing with all of their IPs moving forward, because that's what they did with Zelda. That's slowly what they're doing with Mario. It's definitely what they're doing with Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah, there's a cohesion there.
Definitely, yeah. Gameplay-wise, it's great. It's very fun. If you've seen any of the trailers, you can like punch walls and dig and like go anywhere. It's kind of like open zone. I am a little less high on it now that I've played it.
Yeah.
Versus when I initially saw the trailers. There's something just like, and I don't want to compare it to like Donkey Kong 64 because
Why not?
it's
one of the great
teams. No, well, I think I like what 64 does more actually, because this is just, just from the 20 minutes we've played,
Yeah.
it's strictly emphasizing just punching the ground. There's not like, I don't know, it doesn't feel as adventure-y as I would have hoped,
Okay.
instead of just kind of like an arcade game where you just
Bash and
break
smash.
a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Again, we've only played 20 minutes, and there is still collectible stuff and like side quests. That's just my initial thought. I'm sure it'll change, but
Sure. No, I feel like that's very valid. I don't think this demo demonstrated any longer quest or side quest thing. I know games like it's very Mario Odyssey coded in a lot of what its presentation is, but I also felt like it was, in my head, a little bit Kirby Forgotten or Forbidden Lands. A little bit of like, hey, you have your main objective just to kind of get somewhere, but
and
there's exactly. There's hidden things to do. It just wasn't itemized in a checklist for me. And I'm like, what are these things? I'm just gonna smash everything and see what those things are. Like, I discovered 4 fossils. I didn't quite know what those fossils were for, but I feel like as you
a lot of
play the game,
currencies.
yeah, was currencies, collectibles, things. The smashing, I think in of itself was very satisfying. So
It felt great, and from like a technological standpoint, it's impressive that it even works.
yeah, no, it like there were elements that I just didn't think were like when I did something I didn't even think that was gonna allow me to do it.
Sure.
When we punched through a certain level, I'm like, did this game break? And many of those moments happened, but it just seamlessly let me keep doing that. So I like that playground element that it brought.
Yeah.
In that way, but we played it on
Docked only, yeah. Well, we didn't get to play it handheld. It looked good. The character models were kind of like grainy. I feel like I don't know. I don't think it looked that amazing.
Okay.
Art style wise, the colors popped. It looked
very vibrant.
Yeah, it's
colors.
great style. Yeah, it's vibrant, but the performance aspect
Really.
kind of leaves a little bit to be desired for me.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
One thing that stood out to me again was the feeling of smashing everything. There was a point where I just was button mashing and I was spinning, grabbing stuff, smashing. It was very satisfying just to do that, and so I can see myself kind of zoning out and just like exploring a land or level, and just kind of being a big old
That's the big old monkey.
yeah.
And like, we should clarify, you don't just smash stuff. You can like grab stuff off the wall and like throw it at enemies.
Different material types.
Yes,
Talk about.
there's like an explosive wall or like rock or whatever. And then if you take off like a wall chunk, then you can like use it as like a skateboard.
Yeah, you were like a top spinner, throw it out there, Beyblading.
The spinner from Twilight Princess.
Yeah, it's great.
It kind of felt like that, but
So
yeah.
very cool elements. Very excited. Is there anything you want to see from it going forward? Like when the full game launch?
more Kongs that we know and love. Not necessarily, I don't really need to play as them, but it'd be cool to have them with like a new redesign as well.
Yeah, let's get the DK rap back, baby.
Oh, give me the DK rap. Oh, the music, not Grand Kirko, but still good.
I didn't get a good sense of it just because of all the sound in the place, but I am very hopeful. I'm very excited to hear what the DK soundtrack is like. So, very good experience. Here are all of our thoughts. Thank you again for joining us. We'll be sharing more thoughts after this one, and keep a close lookout for those. Until then, we'll see you guys later.